Stop to quick time pay. All right, I will share screen with the slide that we're going to show you. Okay, my name is Henry. Give me a minute. I'm not seeing it. Are you guys seeing the same thing that I saw the slide, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Just to make sure, because I have two screens here, so it's kind of confusing. All right. I'm a creative director of the Hand Design Studios. We are actually mainly in multimedia apps development, web development. I'm also the head of the live broadcast video production team of the church. And then since doing it more than 9 years, yeah. Actually, we are in this industry more than 20 years. So we are kind of familiar with all these live streaming, video productions, and multimedia. So today we're going to learn how to use the OBS. I know many of you may not heard before about OBS. And I saw the question, there's a lot asking what is OBS and also what it's all about. Now, if we look at the situation right now, many of us were using the live streaming for video tutorial or for a live broadcast program or mixing the video and all this. Now, some may ask, why you cannot just use the smartphone to do it? The smartphone can just straight away live. Yes, definitely everyone can just use smartphone. That's the easiest way. But from our experience, from what we saw, many of them have a similar problem. They can't really do the things like picture in pictures mode or show slide or show something else, present the videos, or during the live they want to have different sounds input. All these more professional live streaming stuff, they cannot do it from the smartphone. That's why we'll come to use OBS software like OBS. Now, to be easy for you, you can go to the obsproject.com to download this free software. Now, OBS is an open source software. It's free. There's no malware. There is no any charges from the software. It's completely free because it's open source. Everyone can use it. And the reason why we choose the OBS, there's a lot of live streaming software out there. I think some of you have heard before, like what is that called? Wildcast or Spread. There's a lot, but OBS is the best that it is really low CPU usage, which means you don't need to have a high-end computer to use it, and everyone can use it. And it's a lot of extension, lots of functionality you can do from this software, which later on I'm going to demo it. So this is the reason why. If you look at the next slide, now we talk about the OBS, you can refer to the slide here. Is suitable for live streaming. It's a high performance real-time video audio capturing and mixing. It's easy to learn interface. Don't worry, I know there's a lot of panel out there. There's a like scene, source, audios, transition there. It's not that confusing. Once you get used to it, it's very easy to learn. Many of our team, they have no experience in this live streaming. We just give them a tutorial like 15 minutes or 30 minutes, then they can do it by themselves. So hopefully by today, you guys will learn how to use it. And okay, this is the reason why we choose the OBS. And you can see that even the supported platform, that the platform that back into this project, which is from all these tech giant, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, API videos, and WN3D Pro. They are really, OBS is widely adopted. If you go to the YouTube, you search for the OBS tutorial, there's a lot there. And a lot of Western country people, or even the gaming YouTubers, content creators, they all use OBS. So hopefully you guys will like to more interested to use this software after today's tutorial. So is that too fast for you guys to catch up what I'm saying? If anyone can't catch up, just put inside the chat room or raise your hand or just play back from the video, yeah? Okay.
不要说，没有这项功能，抱歉。
Sorry, come again? Okay, I continue, yeah? Okay, I mean, how it benefit me? Why will you have to learn this? Now, if you're planning in the future, I mean, you're going to join in the multimedia industry, and maybe you are interested to create your own video productions, or you're going to maybe you plan to become a YouTubers or the games YouTubers, all these, definitely OBS is a good tool for you guys to use it because it's going to make your contents more interesting and more attractive. Now, if you look at the point that are listed there, I think you guys can download this PDF from the Google Drive, which I sent Anjuran the link later on. Also, during the pandemic right now, the COVID-19, we have set up all this live streaming for a different organization, and it's benefit them, especially from the church or from retail or from the video conferencing company. They want to present the product with the video overlay, with a different source of audio, more advanced live streaming. Now, definitely OBS is going to benefit them. Okay, so it's also help you to upgrade your skill in the next level, especially your multimedia skill. Definitely learn more is going to help you in the future. You will never know. For example, myself, I'm actually graduate in the IT industry and also the multimedia. And during your age, I'm also as a student before, and I have no idea in the future what I can do or what I should do. But keep learning is going to benefit your skill and your futures, definitely. So in the next, we're going to show you, okay, is it complicated to learn this? No. Okay, if you look at the pictures on the right, there's a girl sitting on the floor. Actually, this is a small room. We set up a live stream for a live stream program. And you look at that, there's a girl sitting on the floor. She actually just picked up the OBS 30 minutes ago. And then later on, she just do it by her own. It's not really difficult. So we'll go through the demo later on. Sorry. I'll go back there. Okay. For the equipment, there's a lot of people will like, if I want to do a live streaming, do I have to buy a broadcasting camera, DSLR camera, video mixers, and all these things? No. Basically, if you already have computers with a smartphone and a microphone, this is good enough to get started. If you want to start the basic live stream, this is good enough. I think most of us have a smartphone. There's no problem to start from there. Even you have a PC only, it's still okay. PC and mic without a camera, it still can start the live streaming. All right. So go to the next. So we are going to start a demo time later on by refer to the OBS interface. I would suggest that you download a copy from the OBS project and then learn from there. Because if you only listen and you didn't try the software, it's not going to be interested after the tutorial. So definitely go and download it. It's not big, it's very small. So the topic that we cover today, we'll divide into the 6 sections, including the introduction is going to be 7. So I'm trying to minimize the duration as fast as possible. Not to drag your time. But if I'm too fast, let me know. I can just still continue on from there. But if you have any question, you can leave it until section 6. We will continue our FAQ time from there. All right. So this is just a rough table for you to reference. Okay, next. Sorry, not end of session. Okay, now we're going to have a demo of the OBS. So I'm going to switch the screen here. Stop sharing this screen. I'm going to share the OBS screen that's set up here. Okay, when I start the OBS, if you install the OBS software, you are going to see this wizard thing, auto configuration wizard. Now let me turn off this. Okay, you're going to see auto configuration wizard like this. Okay, you don't confuse with my interface if you are not using Apple, because I'm using a Mac OS, so it's slightly different with your Windows, but it's more or less the same. All right, so you will start with this auto configuration wizard. You can click the cancel to skip it because you're not going to set up a live stream right now. But if you want to set up right now, you can just click next and then choose your canvas, which I will put actually 1280 times 720 is good enough, because for live stream, we don't have to put a full HD unless you have a good connections. Okay, let's say you are using a unified 100 Mbps, 300 Mbps, then you can choose the full HD. But definitely no need to go for 4K, yeah, because for connection right now, there's no one really stream 4K and no one really watch it. Full HD is good enough. If you want to optimize, you just choose the 1280. And then the FPS, you can just put 30, that's good enough. Don't need to be 60, that's too, unless you are live stream gaming, then maybe like 60 have a better result, but 30 is good enough. Okay, so if you click next, you have to choose your live stream platform. Now, most people will just go for Facebook Live or Twitch. Now, depend which one you're going for. If you have a YouTube channel, you can go for the YouTube, but YouTube have a minimum requirement for live stream if you want to do it. So I'll suggest that if you want to start, you want to try it, you can start from Facebook Live or Twitch. Now, Twitch is more for the gaming. If you want to do a game with YouTuber, you want to do a live stream of gaming, then you go for the Twitch. Otherwise, YouTube or Facebook is a better option. Okay, for us in Malaysia. So I'll go for Facebook, and then I will go to get the stream key here, but I already have a stream key because I already set up a channel. Okay, you don't have one, you can click get stream key, and if you click get stream key, it's going to open up the browser. Let me switch the browser. Sharing screen. Okay, new share. I'm going to share the browser to show you what thing you need to get from your Facebook page. Okay, if you open up the Facebook page, let's say you have a page or you have personal Facebook account. Okay, if you click live, the live icon, it's going to open up an interface like this. If you are not using more smartphone and using desktop, it's going to show you an interface like this. Now, maybe there's a lot of things right here, but most important thing is the stream key here. Now, this stream key is unique. You don't share with others. It's only belong to your channel. Of course, it can be reset, but it's unique. You don't share with others. Otherwise, it's going to be disturbing. Okay? You just copy this stream key, copy down, and then you just go back to your OBS again. Let me go back to the OBS. And then you're going to paste the stream key here. Okay, just leave the others as default and then click next. Okay, the OBS is going to test the bandwidth, which that's going to test your internet, whether your live stream for doing this is good or not. So I'm going to do it, yes, just let it test, and you will run testing for bandwidth, testing for internet speed, testing for the videos result. Just wait for it to finish, maybe take a few minutes. Okay, when it is testing, I switch back to the OBS. I think I just can, okay, it's just running, still running. Let's wait for the let's wait for the testing. Yeah. So it's going to optimize and going to choose the best setting according to your screen and your connections for you. So OBS is going to choose. I can use the full HD. My output is 720p, and FPS is 30. Now this is the best setting that OBS customized for me. I can choose to apply, or I can just customize based on my own needs, but I will do it using apply this setting. All right, now, okay, I'll just share back the OBS screen again. Okay, if I look at the preferences setting, you can skip all this. It's just that I need to show you where. Now this is where we can change the key and setting later on. Now all this is set up by OBS, set up for me. Okay, this is where if I click the live stream right now, there's the live start streaming button right here. If I click start streaming right now, it's going to connect, and you will see the green bar appear at the bottom. Let me minimize this, it's too big. Okay, at the bottom there you will see it's connected already with the green screen. So your CPU usage, your live time, but it's not really live broadcast yet. Why? Because if you go back to your Facebook, let's go back to your Facebook, the live setting, you're going to see, okay, let me pull this out. okay, you're going to see your video appear in your live setting. See, it's replaying. Now it's going to show you that it's actually running, and it's going to show your stream health, how good it is. Is there any drop connection or is there any interruption? If you see the bar like this, everything moves properly without any red drop bar like this, it means that everything is smooth and if you can go live anytime. So if you already configured, let's say we put a title here, test, and then whatever, and then I just click go live, then this video will be go live in your Facebook account or the Facebook page straight away, according to what you see from OBS here. Okay, let me share back to the OBS. According to this screen. Now this output is the live stream output. Now what you can do with the OBS is a lot of things you can do the OBS. Now we are live stream already. Okay, I'm not going to publish that live. Yeah, I just show you the demo. So you can do a picture-in-picture mode. We can do a side-by-side interview mode. Let's say you have a second camera here and a main camera here. You can do a multi-cam, like two-person interviewing, talking with each others. You can do this. Or you can do a normal presentation mode, which is capture your second screen. Or you can do a gaming like this, and you can, if you have Genshin Impact, okay, it's a popular game. All right, let's say you have a green screen at the back and you want to trace the green screen and make it transparent at the bottom right. We can do that later on. Or you can play the video playback. You say you want to present the videos.
Allah Akbar ya Allah. Sekejap aku.
Sorry. Okay, so you can play a video like this in the halfway of your live stream, and you can show a text with your live stream. Let's say this is caption. You can do the caption there, or someone presenting a caption. The caption can be captured and then displayed, controlled by another PC. Can we do it this way? Or you can put the overlay graphic. You know, all these live stream channel, TV, broadcasting channel, they have this overlay graphic at the bottom right, or your watermarks, everything. You can do this. Or you also can show your iPad screen if you have an iPad connected to your PC, and then you can just demo your iPad tutorial or whatsoever. So it's actually a lot of things you can do. So if we refer back to the tutorial right now, give me a minute. Okay, we refer back, we're going to understand all the panel, what are they, how to use it, why to use it, and I'm going to go through all this with you guys. So this is the first one, the first session. Am I too fast? Is everything okay from your side? All right. If it's not okay, let me know, yeah? Okay. Okay, now we explain the each panel. Now you see that this is a scene. Actually, all this panel can be swapped over if you want to change the position. The first thing we see here is called scenes. Now, scene is what? Scene is for you to customize a different result, a different presentation mode. Let's say this one is the webcam only me appear in the screen. But next one, I want to appear as a picture-in-picture mode like this. So I can show my second screen with my picture at the bottom. I can drag the size if I want. I can change the size, move around, or I can apply the effect if I want. I'm going to apply the filter. Let's say I've changed the color. If I doesn't like the brightness or everything, I can adjust from here. Let's say I can adjust it like this, or adjust the gamma. All right. So it's very flexible for you to customize all these, and you can put more things like I want to add on more source from here, which we will go through later on. So you can create one scene and then duplicate it to the next one and then change a different mode according to your preferences. Now this is scenes. We will come back later. Now we refer to the source. Now what is source? Now in one scene, you can have different kind of source in your live streaming result. Let's say we look at the picture-in-picture mode. I can show my iPhone screen, which is this one, if I turn it on. Now this is my iPhone camera, which is not, which is flexible. I mean, it's not connected by cable. It's actually wireless. It's actually wireless like this. See that? This is another camera. Okay, in front of me there's another camera, and this iPhone is wireless connect to my network, and it's actually using an apps that just wireless present into your computers, become a camera. So it's actually you can use your phone as a webcam. You don't need to buy a webcam if you're using it this way. So especially you can add on more sources like this. If I don't want it to appear, I just check the eye icon here and then turn it off. I can also add on more audio sources. Let's say I'm playing a piano and I want a piano input to be in my live stream. I can add on another audio input capture, and then I can choose the audio sources from my setting here. Let's say I want to choose the other source. I have other input. I can choose the built-in input or USB digital audio or whatsoever. So you can more input right here, and you can see that the icon is the volume bar is appear how strong the volume is. You can adjust it accordingly. Okay, so not just audio, you also can add on things like a browser. Let's say if I click browser and I can visit a website. Let's say I go to google.com and then just press enter, and then yes, the browser will be appear in my screen like this. So let me turn off some of the things not so confusing. Yeah. So yeah, I can put the browser. So I basically can start the tutorial without using a Zoom sharing. Okay, so this is the browser. I also can insert things like okay. Also insert things like a color source, display capture. Now, what is display capture? Let's say you are a person like me. You have, let me show you my screen. You have one monitor here, and then you have the other monitor on the right. Now, if you put a display capture like, you choose a display capture, you can choose your screen 0 or screen 1. Which screen you want to put to present it like this. So this is confusing because it's repeating, so I turn it off. So if I turn on the screen 2, it's going to show my second screen here. So I no need to use the Zoom share screen to do all this. I basically just use OBS, I can do all this. All right, so this is the advantage when you're using an OBS. Okay, I turn off the iPhone screen. Now that's a display capture. Now you also can insert a picture. That's I need to present the images, which I already have here. So I put it here. Now I can show the images like this, or I can put a group of the slideshow that I want to show. I can just choose the image slideshow, and then it will ask you where the images come from. I will choose from here. I can add a directory or add the files. I'll choose add the file, and then I just put one set of the wallpaper here, and then click OK. And then of course, because the screen is large, so I have to fit it. I have to click transform, fit to the screen. So yeah, this is my slideshow from a set of the picture. So it's quite powerful. It's not just video. It can be images. It can be all sorts of media you want to insert. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can ask me if you're not sure what it is later on. But this is what you can do. You can insert multiple camera, multiple scenes, and once you insert all these, you can go to another scenes to drag it, to change it. You no need to redo it anymore, which means you can just duplicate the same scene to another one and then change the mode how you want it to appear. Gaming mode, media playback mode with lyrics. You can see that it's actually from the same source but in a different scenes. So it's very dynamic and very easy to operate. Just these two areas. Okay. Now we should be understand what is source, right? Okay, now we go to the audio mixer. Now audio mixer is very important. Why? I always think that if you want to do a live broadcast, get a good mic, get a good microphone, at least put closer to your mouth so people can hear what you say. but you still have to monitor the volume of your mic. You don't let your voice peak like this, like over the healthy level, because it's not comfortable for your audience to listen. So make sure it's always keep in the level like in yellow area, or just a little bit of red is still okay. Okay, you get a USB mic like this. Let me turn on my iPhone screen. You get a USB mic like this, condenser mic, because it can capture the voice like what I'm talking right now. It's very clear, it's deep, there's no, and with the filter, all this. Or you can just use simple normal lava mic that clip on your shirt. That will help also. So make sure you choose a good mic, and then you set your input setting right. Now, is some of the setting here you can adjust, like you want to monitor, you want to hear your own sound, you can choose monitor and output. I don't want to turn on this right now because it's going to have echo that loop into my mic. It will be disturbed. But if you turn this on, make sure you put a headset into your computer so you can monitor your own sounds. You know how your sounds like from the headphone. All right. So I'll turn off the monitor. Okay, so this is how you can do the audio mixer. Let's say if I have a video, right? Let's say I have prepared the video. I will have the video source right here. Now, if I voice over my video, let's say I do the gaming one, which is, let me see, this one. Now, you see the game is actually with sounds. Okay, and I'm talking on the other channel. Okay, I'm talking on the other channel. So you see, two levels is actually running, but I don't want the game sounds cover my voice, so I have to make sure that my voice is always louder than the game screen. Okay. All right. So we go back to the webcam. Okay. So this is sounds audio mixer. It's actually a lot of things you can do. I just cover some of the topic of it. Okay. Now the other one. The fourth one is called transition. Now, what transition used for? Now, if you look carefully when I switch the scene, this is called fade, which means it's not like straight away cut the scene. If I choose the transition to cut, there's no fade mode. You know, see that? It's always like just cut like this. Okay, this is up to your preferences. Like if you like it to look like slide like this, you can choose different transition. Okay, or you can choose a stringent. There's a video intro when you set it like this. Okay, or there's a lot of things like fade to color. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of them. I choose the fade one. So this is transition. Now the last one is control. Now this is very important. You see that there's stop streaming here. Now if I click stop streaming, my live will be completely stopped. There will be no live streaming at all. If I click start streaming, it will start again. Okay. Now there's a second button called start recording. Now OBS is good. It's not just live stream. You also can do the live recording of your presentation, the whole session, like what I'm doing right now. If I click start recording, then it will run with the CPU usage maybe a little bit. If you click start streaming, it's going to consume your CPU usage more. So actually, I'm suggesting that if you want to do a live start streaming, you don't record. If you want to do both, make sure your CPU is capable to do all this, okay? Otherwise, you only choose one. Okay, if I choose to stop the recording, it will generate the file in my computers, which is inside my folder. I can see it here. Now, no need to replay it, okay? It will save the whole session into an MP4 format. So you can use it to upload to YouTube, share with others, put inside your channel, and for playback later on. All right. Now the third icon is stop. Is used as the virtual camera, which is what I'm doing right now. Now, if you look at my Zoom camera, right, my profile video, right, it's actually the exactly OBS output because I'm using a virtual camera. See, if I stop it, then it will only appear the OBS icon. Because the OBS, the whole output it can be used as a webcam. It can be converted into a webcam and then output into Zoom, output into Google Meet, output into any other sources. So it's kind of interesting, which means that I don't have a webcam. Maybe my webcam is not support in the Zoom. I want to show something else in the Zoom instead of my profile picture, or I want to show like a desktop animation. I can just do it in OBS and then start the virtual camera. And then in my Zoom video setting, I choose the OBS virtual camera. So my webcam is actually output from OBS. You get the ideas? Understand? Yeah. So OBS is very used. This is the new feature actually launched last year. It's because of COVID-19. It's very useful. Okay, I just continue it. Now there's 4 icons called Studio Mode. Now if you click on the Studio Mode, it's going to open up like this: Preview and Program. Now what is Preview and Program? Preview means when you change the scenes, your life won't change. It's only shown to you only. Why you want to do this? Because maybe you have a lot of scenes, but you don't want people to see it when you click it. So if that's the case, you can use the studio mode, and then you choose the scene you want to present. Let's say I want to show the webcam only. I choose the first scene, and then I choose the fade transition. Just click like this. Then it will fade to the live program. You can see that from my Zoom profile video. You can see that my head is the webcam right now. Now, if I choose side-to-side interview, I click fade, and then my output is the side-to-side interview. See that? Okay, it's like you get a virtual video mixer, but everything is in your computer. There's no hardware, there's no whatever, everything is software. So this is the interesting feature you can use. Now, not just the studio mode. If I turn on the studio mode, if I go to the tools right here, view, I choose the multi-viewer. Now, what is multi-viewer? Now, if you look at my iPad screen, right? Let me go back to the first page. You see that when we do the video, like the central one, this one, the picture right here, you see that we have this video mixer. Now, why video production need this video mixer? Because we can mix different sources of the video and then broadcast to the live program. Now, you have to buy a video mixer to do it. Otherwise, you cannot do things like this. But through OBS, through the view multi-viewer, now I'll turn this on and show it to you. Give me a minute. Let me switch this multi-viewer and show it to you from Zoom. Share, turn on. All right. Now this is the multi-viewer. It's exactly the same from video switcher, video mixer we call it. It's the same that I can just click on this and then it's live. I can click like this, it's live. See that? It's actually everything customized. You have a lot of scenes, you will have a lot of options at the bottom. So it's very flexible if you're using a multi-viewer to control your presentation. It shows you the actual result. See that? It shows you the actual result. You don't need to guess what scene is that. I can't remember. But if you're using a multi-viewer, you know exactly what scene is that. Okay? So this is multi-viewer. Let me turn back to the OBS. Okay, so I think we covered the topic of all this panel already. Okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I also can, this is some of the bonus. Now, what is filter? You see it here. Filter is for you to adjust your video, apply an effect. Let's say we look at the Chroma Key, this scenes. I have a game. I have my cam right here, but I don't want this background. I want to get rid of this background, my video cam background. Now, this, you will need to use the green screen background. Now, I don't have the green screen background right now, but I'll try to use a green cross to show you how you can use the green screen to remove your background. Same thing like a Zoom, but it's more better looking. Okay, I move my green screen here. This is just the temporary one. Okay, you can see that it's actually transparent already. Yeah, it's transparent already. I need to adjust a little bit. Okay, yeah. So this is like when you see a lot of gamers, they have this their head at the bottom, their actual person at the bottom, and then they're playing game, and then they show in the YouTube. Now this is how they do it. Now how they trace away the background. If I right click on my camera, I choose filter, or I can choose click this tab filter. I get an option like this, Chroma Key. Now if I turn it off, you have to edit from here, plus Chroma Key. Okay, I turn it on. Let me lower down this volume. Let me show you the screen. Yeah, on. Turn on this volume. It's very disturbing. Okay, I open up the filter again, show it in the Google, in the Zoom. Is like this. Okay, you can see that there's a Chroma Key. I click plus icon, Chroma Key, and then the Chroma Key, you have to choose what background you want to trace. So that's why you need to use the green screen, because it's using a color. If I choose blue, then nothing will be traced. The green will show in the actual result. So magenta is not going to show anything, but your lips become so weird. See that? Okay, or you can choose the custom color. If your background is not green, maybe red or something, you can just change it here. And you can adjust the sensor, the result, the smoothness result, how much you want to trace away, like your hair and all this smoothness. And you can increase the contrast so that your person will be more obvious, but the edge will be quite white here. All right, so you basically can just a lot of things from the filter. You can crop the result. Let's say I don't want to show some of the area here, I just crop it. I don't show top the area, I just crop it. I can just crop from here. I can adjust the color if I want. I still want to adjust my skin tone, then I can adjust from here. See that? So it's actually, you can sharing screen stop. Why? Oh yeah, because I turned it off. Okay, I turn it on again. Is it this one? Share. All right. Okay. See that? The filter is actually can do a lot of things. Now this is how you can do the OBS. It's very powerful. Okay. All right. Let's see if I'm in time. 9:40. I think I spent 30 minutes for this already. Okay. Go back to the iPad screen. Okay. Next. Actually, we already covered the topic of 1 and 2. And 3, actually, I already talked about how to set up the live stream. And how to use scenes is pretty much there, actually. 4, how to use filter, plugin. All right, plugin. Yeah, this is something interesting. When you use the OBS, right? Let me remove this green screen. It's so ugly. It's not an actual real green screen. But actually, if you need a green screen, you can just go and buy. It's not expensive. There's a lot of options in the Shopee and Lazada you can buy. They even sell a 1 circle green screen. You can just stick on your chair and then you have a green screen. Okay, we talk about plugin. What is plugin? Now, if you look at the filter, right, we have this plugin called VST 2.x plugin. Now, what is this? Now, if I open the plugin interface, oh, sorry, I need to change the zoom again. Okay, I change this one first. Now, this is the plugin. I can have plugins called VST 2.x plugin. And I already installed this plugin called Tau Reverb 4. Now, what is this plugin for? If I click open up plugin interface, it's going to show this. Now, why you need to use this plugin? Because, for example, when you're doing a live stream of maybe you're presenting a music, you're playing a guitar, and you want your sound to have a reverb, the echo, and all this, or you want to adjust your high cut, low cut, EQ, everything. Now you can throw a plugin like this. Now it's a lot of plugin like this out there for OBS, and you can find a lot of plugin from the OBS community. This is just one of them. Just show you how you can do it, how you can play around with it. So we go back to the OBS again. So that's the plugin. Not just that, there's a plugin that we can wireless to display a screen from another PC, from another room within the same network into your OBS screen through a router network. There's no need a LAN cable. There is no need any connection. It's just a router, your home internet. Then you can wireless capture from another PC, show into OBS, and then live stream. Okay? So we are pretty much cover up actually 1 to 5. I'm expecting you guys have a question for me. If I'm too fast, anything you are not sure, let me know. I'll stop the screen sharing right now. Okay, I will go back to my live stream. So any question? Hello? Any question for me? Anyone?
Sir, we have typed some question in the chat box.
Okay, I didn't look at it. Okay, give me a minute. Can we use headset and microphone? Yes, you can use headset microphone, the gaming headset or whatsoever headphone. You don't need to really buy a USB mic like the one I show you. You can buy any, as long the mic, the sound is okay, it's okay. The reason why I recommend the USB mic because from our experience, the normal headphone jack mic, right, connect to the PC, the sound is not better than the USB mic because the USB mic they can have a better phantom power. But if you need a better sound, you can adjust from there. Actually, there's a pro and cons. Normal mic is good enough. Okay, for student, for normal live broadcast, the clip-on mic, like example, a shotgun mic like this is good enough also. If everyone have buy this kind of mic, the shotgun mic, you know, the one they hold on the camera with the windshield, this is good enough. Or the one that with the clip-on mic like the lava mic, which is quite cheap. I think 50 ringgit you can get one. Clip on your shirt and then connect to your PC. That's good enough. Okay? Is it possible to record and live stream at the same time? Yes. Like I explained just now, if you live stream to the Facebook, actually Facebook will pre-record it for you, which means after you end the live broadcast, you can still play back from the live to Facebook. But Facebook will actually keep a very low resolution, like 720p only. So, and if you have a copyright issue in your video, they will take down. So I will not suggest you rely on their recording. You use the OBS recording is better because you keep the source from there, and no one will remove it for you. You can keep the original, keep the HD. So yes, you can do the record and live stream at the same time only if your computer is powerful enough. I would suggest if you want to do a live stream and recording at the same time, try to not use a full HD. Just use 720p. That's good enough. You can monitor your usage. Okay, I go back to your OBS again. You can monitor your usage, the CPU usage at the bottom right here. See the bottom right, there's a CPU text there. CPU 4.0% only right now. Because I didn't live stream, I didn't recording. If I start the live stream, you can see it's increasing later on. 7.3, it will rest up a little bit, 10, and this is your CPU usage, 11, and then slowly it will increase. If I click start recording, you will see that it will increase more. Actually, there's a stack, let me open up the stats here. Okay, I open up the screen sharing again. Share this. there's a window like this, which show you your CPU usage. You see, it's showing its live recording and how many frames are drops and how much CPU usage. Now my CPU is powerful enough. There's no problem for this. I can do further because my computer is like 10 generation Core i5. That's good enough. I have a 32 gig RAM, so I don't have the RAM problem. But if you want to do it with a normal capable PC, get a Core i5, at least Core i5, or the AMD machine with at least 8 gig RAM. That should be good enough for like live recording and live streaming at the same time. Okay, so this should be answer your question. I'll stop sharing this. I go back to your chat again. Impact. Okay, can I connect to the Google Meet to invite guests into a Facebook Live? Connect to the Google Meet, invite guests into a Facebook Live. Oh yeah, yes. I understand what your question is. Yes, I'll do this. I'll show you how. Yeah, that's one of my friends is doing that. When he's live broadcast, he's playing guitar, and then someone is showing the lyrics, but that person who control the lyrics is in another area, and she is operate through the Google Meet. Then my friend is actually capturing. Let me turn this on. Okay, let me turn this thing off. Not to confuse. Okay, I'll open up a browser. Okay, I go to a Google Meet. Give me a minute. Yeah, that's a good question. meetgoogle.com. Okay, browser. meetgoogle.com. Okay. I think I use the display crowd capture. I don't use the browser because I need to type something. So I use the window capture here. Window capture Google Chrome. Where is it? Chrome Google Meet. Okay. And then I don't need to show. Okay, that's good enough. I put this. I drag the sequence. Now the sequence, right, from top to bottom. This is the layer sequence. The lowest is always at the back. The highest is always on the top. So make sure you don't put the highest, otherwise you're going to cover up your camera like this. Okay, so I put the last. So I go back to the Chrome. I create the new meeting. Create a meeting for letter, start instant, just start anything meeting. Okay. Okay, I have a meeting right now, which is using this camera. So I want to invite this guest into my OBS. See that guest, assuming that one is another person now. Okay, the one in the Google Meet. It's actually with me right now in the OBS. And this is live broadcast. So in the Facebook Live, you're going to see the exact this result. Or the side-by-side interview, if you want to, you can just let me turn this off, turn this off. Okay. I want to adjust the size of this. Let's say you have the interview section like this. This one is from Google Meet, but this one is your camera. Okay, so you can just put like this. So and then live stream. So you actually invite the person from Google Meet and with your OBS and then the live stream. Okay, you get the ideas? Get the ideas? Yeah. I know this is a bit like you might have to think about like how it works actually, but you go and play around with it. It's not going to harm your computer. Okay, it's not going to spoil anything. Just play around with it, then you understand the concept. Okay, I'll stop sharing this. Go back to your chat room and see the question again. All right. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, amazing, right? Interesting, right? Yes, we enjoy doing it. We are doing this for like more than 10 years already. It's fun. Can we start OBS just with headphone only? Yeah, this one I already answered. Yes, you can start with OBS with your the handphone. Oh, handphone, yeah, not headphone. Handphone. Cannot. The OBS cannot install into your smartphone. but you can use your smartphone as a webcam to put inside the OBS. So you really need a PC to run a OBS, at least a PC. And then your webcam, you don't need to buy a webcam. You can use your smartphone as your wireless webcam put inside your OBS. Just like what I'm showing right now. I create OBS, right? Share screen. I delete this, because this one. For example, this second screen on my right, I turn off the main camera, yeah? This one is actually my iPhone. It's actually not a camera. It's not connected to a camera. Look at my main camera capture it. There is no cable. There is nothing. It's actually through an app called Hippocamp. Okay, there's Android. There's an Android version of this. Actually, there's called Hippocamp, or if you're using Android, you can go and install called Cam. Cam is also the same work like this. This is iPhone one. It's called Hippocamp. It's not focusing. Okay, it's not this one. The Hippocamp apps. If I turn it on, then my camera will be back. Yeah. So you no need buy a webcam. Actually, no need. There's no need to buy a webcam. Your handphone front camera is better than webcam. Actually, the resolution. You see, there's not much of latency delay. It's quite smooth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any delay you can see now. 5 finger. See that the man and the second screen compare. Cross, open, cross, open, cross, open. There's no delay. And it's actually connected through my Wi-Fi channel. That's all. I no need to set up anything. Connect the Wi-Fi, same with my PC, open up the app, and add the video source as my Hippocamp, which is here. Then it's connected. So you no need to buy a webcam. You don't need to buy a professional camera. There's no need. You can start from your smartphone. Okay, I go back to your chat room again. Do sir have any recommended mic for live stream? I think I mentioned just now. Yes, if I'm going to recommend, but as you guys are students, you no need to spend a lot to buy a mic. If you want to buy a better mic, USB mic or condenser mic from Lazada or Shopee, I think less than 100 you can get a quite good one. If you want a better one, there's a 200 above, and until 1,000 above, there's a professional mic already. But this one that I'm talking right now, it's only cost 150. It's not that bad. It's actually quite good. And if you don't want to spend on the mic, you just buy a normal $50 mic like this, or the clip-on mic. That's good enough. Okay. I always say that you just spend a little first, see whether it suits your need. Then if you find that you want to improve it, then spend more. Because as a student, you should not have to spend more for all this as a starter. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Okay. What should I do if OBS doesn't detect the games I'm trying to live stream? It won't. If you're trying to live stream the webcam games, I cannot show you the games right now because this is the Mac OS. It's not much game here. When you start the game, it's actually a window. It's something same like how I capture the Google Chrome web browser. You can always choose which desktop you want to capture. So when you play a game, it's always full screen, right? So I suggest that if you want a better experience, set up everything properly first, and then you start the game. Because once you start the game, you can't see the OBS everything already because it's covered up by your game. If you want to still see your game and you want to still see the OBS, everything is working properly, then you need to set up a monitor like me, 2 monitors. One is for game, one is for OBS result. Okay, that's how you set up. It won't have a problem that detect the game you're trying to live stream. No, never. OBS is actually majority of the OBS user use it for game live stream. You can see that from the Twitch. Okay, a lot of gamer is doing this from there. Okay, what is the app that you're using to connect phone to be another cam? I mentioned just now. It's called Epoch Cam. I type it here, Epoch Cam. App for iPhone to connect to OBS. iRoom Cam is, and the other one is called iRoom Cam. Let me type it from the browser, can't remember. That one is for Android, iRoom Webcam. I'll put the address here. Okay, this one is for Android. It also have an iPhone if you want to use iOS version, Android or iOS. Now, both of these apps is the same. They run the same thing. They need you to install software into your PC first. Then you launch the apps, it will connect by itself if you're within the same network. Okay? So this is the app. Hi sir, can I use OBS to other than the provide service such as Shopee Live? Yes, if the Shopee Live support the RTMP platform, channel protocol. What is RTMP? Let me go back to the live stream setup from OBS so you get the ideas. I know this is deep. What is RTMP? What's the terms? Okay, you click on setting. I have to stop the live stream first, because if you want to change something, you have to stop. Okay, I go to setting. I open the setting window for you guys to see. Where is it? Too many windows. Give me a minute. I need to find the windows. It's too many in front of me. Okay, that's the setting, filters. I just showed the desktop one. It's too confused. Okay, you see the setting here? If I go to the stream, there's a Facebook Live. There's a lot of channel. If you click show all, there's a tons of live stream channel you can choose, not just a few. Okay, you ask what the Shopee live stream, right? The Shopee live stream is not here, but usually when there is a live broadcast, they have this thing called, let me search the terms, it's called RTMP. Yeah, RTMPS, the YouTube one. I know it's confusing why they put the YouTube there because it's actually RTMPS. We click the YouTube RBS, the last one, and legacy MTMP backup primary. Custom. Okay, choose custom. Yeah, custom. Now, usually they will give you the RTMP address. It's something like a Facebook one, if I'm not mistaken. Let me capture from there. Where is it? Okay, something like this. I put inside the chat room, chat the address, so you get the idea. How it's something like this. RTMPS, and then semicolon, and then / live API says something like this, address like this. Shopee should have this, and then they will give you a key, a stream key. So you have to do this. If there's the authentication, you have to check the authentication inside username and password. I never do a live stream from Shopee, but more or less from my experience, our experience, most of the live stream channel, they should have this. Okay, they should have username and password, a stream key, and live stream, the server. Okay, so this is how it look like. Okay, that's the Shopee question. What should I do? Okay, next is, if my Google Meet had 10 people, but only 4 people to appear in the Facebook Live, can I do it? You can't. Because the OBS, right, is actually capture the whole browser of Google Meet. So what you saw from Google Meet is going to display everything inside your OBS. Unless you hide the person from Google Meet, but you cannot do that, right? So if you want to do that, I'll make sure you only invite that 4 people, open a separate channel, and then capture from there. You cannot just choose the number of person you want. Okay, it's basically capture another screen and then put inside the OBS and then live stream to the Facebook. That's how it works. Epoch Cam. Okay, all right. If I do FB Live, can I read audience comment through OBS? Yes, there is a plugin you can install, but I'm not doing that today because you need to set up a key and then you need to authorize from Facebook. Usually we don't do that. Usually we open the Facebook, right, from another browser, and then we monitor the comment from there. Because even you can read the comment from the OBS Facebook comment, you cannot moderate it, you cannot delete or whatsoever, you only can read. It's only appear like that. Because OBS, right, there's another called Streamlab software. It's actually based on the OBS. That one is more user-friendly, the interface. But you can see a lot of users don't want to use it because the CPU usage is higher than the OBS. It's not really optimized, but it's friendly for end user, and they have all this built in already. If you want to have a Facebook comment in your live stream OBS, you can use the Streamlab software. It's also free. It's based on OBS, but they add on their own stuff on top of it. Okay, this is the answer. Yeah, Hippocamp, this is my answer. My answer show black screen when I try to capture my game. Yeah, this happened from Windows OS. I noticed that it's something to do with your NVIDIA display card setting, especially the Windows, something like the privacy setting. You need to find out from your video setting. It happened to some of the PC and Windows. My friend have it also. I need to find an article to cover this problem. It's actually it's a Windows problem. Something like with protection of the screen capture. Okay, you have to enable it from the, I think it's the Windows under the privacy setting or the firewall setting, something like that. It happened. So I can try to search a relevant article for you if you need to know how. Okay, any possible if we use window capture to stream, then minimize it with other software, or should I need two monitor? Yes, you no need to two monitor. If you look at the OBS, right? I go back to OBS, OBS. You no need to use the desktop capture if you don't have the two monitor, because it's quite confusing now. Turn this off, turn this off, turn this off, turn this off. Now this is desktop 2, it's still okay because I got two screen, okay? But if I show first screen, it's going to repeat like this endlessly. It's crazy, it's confusing. I don't want to look at this, right? This is happen if you don't have a two monitor. So if you want to capture a different thing, you need to choose the window from the plus icon. Click on the plus icon. You have to click Windows Captures, and then you capture the result you want to show it to your audience. So I choose the Google Chrome here. So this is how I do it. Now this is actually captured from a selected window. So it's not actually captured from your desktop. So you basically can do this if you want to. Now this is why you have to do a lot of scenes if you do not have a two monitor. Because your mind will get stuck that, oh, what is this? Why, what, just now, what I set up this for? That's why you have to rename it properly for you to remember. This is a Facebook Live window. So that when you switch the scenes, you know exactly what this source for. You don't confuse yourself, especially if you only have one monitor. Okay? Okay? Any further question? I'll go back to the Zoom again. Stop sharing. Yeah. So how the caption can show on the live stream at the same time? Do we need a type a caption early? Because typing a caption need time. Yeah, this is the part that you need another person control the caption for you. For example, in our church, I show you the picture like this. I show you a video like this. And give me a minute. I'll go back to the live stream. OBS. Share OBS. Okay. Let me open up the video. Say example. Okay, let's say we look at the YouTube, right? Any concert video. I'll just open up that one, the with lyrics. Okay, I know this lyrics is actually typing from this text layer. Whatever I type is displayed there. If I do this by myself, it's time consuming. Like I'm busy already doing live stream talking, I still have the typing. No, you cannot do that by one person. You definitely need another person do this on behalf, which is either the person is next to you or the person is controlled from another PC, and then you capture the lyrics from that PC, put inside your OBS. It can be do it that way also. We do it this way. In our program, there's another PC running a lyrics. The lyrics is actually a black background or green background. The caption is white or black with shadow. So we capture the source from that PC into our OBS, and then we use the filter to put the chroma key just now. We trace away the green color, so we put on top as a layer. So whatever text that person put is going to present it here. So I no need to take care about the lyrics. That guy will do it. Okay, so that's how we control the lyrics on top of a video. Definitely you can do this by yourself, because if you're going to talk or you're going to present something and then you still have to type the words, it's crazy. Okay, but there's also a plugin if you want to do a live caption, which the AI, right? I mean, if you look at the YouTube right now, there's a caption that live translate. It's quite accurate. If you talk properly, the caption will be translated properly. There's a plugin for that in OBS also. They can live translate for you and then display as a caption. Okay, that's a one option. Okay, for the setup of live event in future, it's possible to set us up earlier or need to set up. No need. You no need to reset up everything. Okay, I go back to the OBS. Now this is why OBS is very helpful and we like it so much. If you look at the profile up there, I can't show it here, but if you look at the file up there, I show it by the smartphone here, so you get the ideas. Picture in picture, smartphone. Because my smartphone, I can move and I can show you here. Okay, smartphone. Okay, this camera is working. Okay, if you look at the file, where am I click at? Okay, sorry. File, there's a Windows, profile. You can export it, save it somewhere, or you can save the whole thing as a different name. And next time you can just import it. I mean, all this setup, right? All this thing, right? Maybe you have a different scene, different setting. You no need to reuse. You want to use a new set. You can just save this profile into your hard disk, and then next time you can just import it. If you don't do import, it's okay. You cross the OBS. Right now, if I cross it, right? I cross the whole thing, click it. Okay, it stopped sharing already. Okay, I open up the OBS again. Give me a minute. OBS, where's my OBS? Okay, and then I open up the Zoom sharing again because Zoom is not showing. Okay, see that all the setting is back. I no need to redo it. Everything is back. It's auto save. It's quite smart. So make sure you change something. You have to make sure it's the last setting. Otherwise, next time it's going to refer this. The live stream key no need to reset up. It's already kept inside your setting already. It's kept inside your setting. The key, everything is there. You no need to reset up everything. So it's basically keep everything. You no need to reset up. Okay. So I go back to the Zoom. All right. I think that's the last question. Any more question you guys have for me? Any question? I'm not showing this. Confused. All right. Yeah. All right, I go back to Zoom. Any question about the video source? I have the problems where the video is normal at my side. However, it's some sort of reflection in the audience view. Okay, you can flip it. I understand what you're saying. Okay, I go back to OBS. Again, I think I just keep my OBS open to answer your question. Let me see, I can answer the chat right here. Actually, I'm not good with Zoom. I'm not really use Zoom a lot. Okay, so that's why I can't really find where's the chat thing. Participant. No, every time I have to reply the chat, I must open. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, you can flip it. The canvas, right? The size you can resize. Okay, you can flip it. Right click. Sorry, no. Right click. Choose. You right click on your source. I think I just. Let me turn this off. I think I just share the desktop one so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Otherwise, it's confusing. Okay, share desktop one. All right, I move away this. Okay, you right click on the OBS, this source, click on it, right click, and then choose transform, and then flip it horizontally, then left and right. Then the crop also, you see the crop is another side already, reflection. So make sure you flip it if your video is another way around. Okay, that should be answer your question. Yeah. Am I sharing the? We'll check more. Any possible if we use window capture to stream, then minimize with the software. This is answer already. Oh yeah. Okay, about the video search. Okay, I see some FF file can select to show some people in live stream like they're chatting in live. Oh yeah, that one is the Facebook picture, not from the OBS. When you live stream from the OBS, and when it's live stream and you are admin of the live stream, there's a button appear next to your live stream from the apps. You have to be from the apps, and then you can, or if you have desktop, right, there's the option that inside the chat box you can right click on that person, and then you can choose the option say bring the person to live, which means that person, it will ask her permission, he or his permission, to open up his camera, and then it will appear in the Facebook live side by side. That one is a Facebook features, not from the OBS. Okay, this is invite from Facebook Live. Okay. Any more question? It's free to ask. We actually should be end by 11 or earlier. We have plenty of time right now. So anything you guys want to ask me? Okay. Now I'm going to explain some of the bonus. Just extras lah. Just advice what you should do. Okay. Sorry. Let me present this one. Okay. Talk about the equipment. Yes, when we are talk about here, we used to try to minimize everything. Of course, this is a very minimized usage. It's not really a professional level to do further. But let's say in the future, right, you want to do a more good looking video result. What else, like better sounds, better mixing, and all this. Yeah, you have to buy a better equipment to do all this. But I started, you no need. For me, when I start do all this, it's actually everything so minimized. We are using a webcam actually. We are using a normal PC headphone mic like what you guys asking just now. And then today, yes, we need definitely, because we are doing it in a professional way, we are doing a video production. Yes, we need to use a DSLR camera. We need to use a better condenser mic and better lighting. But more important thing is if you want to do live stream, you have to buy. You have to use a good mic. You just have to test the sound is properly, not too far away, not too disturbing, not too noisy, and with the proper lighting. Learn all these skills from YouTube. It will help from time to time. It will help your skill from time to time. It's going to improve your skill from time to time. Okay. So I think that's all about it. Any questions? Anything I need to cover from the live stream? I think we're pretty much there. Okay. There's a lot of software you can explore beside the OBS. You can try the others if you want to. Many of them need to pay. It's not free. Beside the OBS and the Streamlab is free. Okay. How much time do we need to stop the streaming at OBS because there are delay from Livestream live platform? Yeah. When you live stream, there's definitely some delay, 5 seconds or 8 seconds. It's not real time. When you click, usually our practice, right? When we end a program, someone say goodbye, I will wait for two seconds and then stop the live stream. And then the Facebook will automatically detect where you stop it, they will stop it. It's not like the delay, we stop it, they straight away stop. No, it's not going to happen that way. So you don't have to worry that your video will be cut off halfway when they delay. No. It's based on when you stop it, Facebook detect when you stop it, that they stop at that moment. It's not the real time. Okay? Even there are delay, they just want to delay until the point you stop it, then they stop it. Okay? That's how you stop the live stream. Just remember that maximum live stream usually is allowed for 4 hours to 8 hours, depending which platform you choose from. Okay? And try not to use the copyright material in your live stream. It can be causing you a problem, especially if you want to monetize your live stream in the future. Means you want to earn money, you want to make income. Make sure you don't use the copyright. Copyright things like a music that belong to someone else, you are not allowed to live stream it. Video source like a movie from all these like a Marvel or this tech big company, big label, try not to use them. Use the free one, loyalty free one. Okay. What else you need to make sure? Yeah, good connection, definitely. You can live stream on the 4G connection, there's no problem. From our test, when we had the area that don't have unified, 4G is okay. You just have to adjust your setting. Okay. If I look at the setting, right, the live stream setting, you can lower down your streaming to we ignore this setting. The output setting, you can, if you have a bad connection in your setting, you just keep it low to 1002. This is a very low setting. It kind of a little bit pixelated when it's live stream, but only if you have a bad connection, then you choose to lower down your kbps. Because we are using, when you live stream, you are using the upstream speed, not the downstream speed. Okay, upstream speed is always lower. Like for example, if you're using 100 Mbps unified, right? Your upstream is usually, I think it's 10 Mbps only. It's very slow. So make sure you try to optimize this. If you find that your live stream keep dropping, the drop frame and connection is bad, adjust the output here. Okay? So pretty much there. Any question? It's 10:30. Any question? If not, I'm going to pass back to the main host of this Zoom meeting. Yeah. So I'm going to stop the sharing right here. Okay, guys, thanks for having me to show this tutorial. I appreciate the organization invite me to be part of this. I feel blessed to give you guys some ideas of this OBS, and hopefully my tutorial will inspire you to learn more. If you have any question in that slide, there's an email and there's a channel. You can ask us. We can try to provide tips and helps and answer for you guys. That's all about it. Thanks. So see you guys. Bye.
Terima kasih Encik Henry atas perkongsian pagi ini. Hadirin dan hadirat, marilah kita membuka kamera untuk sesi bergambar. Harap semua dapat bersedia dan bekerjasama.